Want to appear for interviews, want to get a good job. So this video is for you. This video is very important for any finance professional or anyone who is appearing for job, be it CA, CMA, MBA aspirants, CFAs, FRMs, or any other professional who is going for the interview. The first point and the most important point that I want to speak on is your CV preparation. CV is not merely a document that you present to your employer to get a job, but it is a document which is a skill selling document, a kind of a brochure. Hi, my name is Pawan Bhatia and I'm a chartered accountant who has taught over more than 15,000 students in last 8 years. I've been a part of big four entities and one of the listed entities in India, and I've been teaching from last 8 years with a great success record of more than 90% of the students getting placed from our institute. I hope this video is going to be a game changer in your career journey. Now, if you look at CV as a document, it has multiple areas to cover. The first and the foremost would be executive summary or a career objective. Very often I have seen students copying career objective from Google and pasting it over their CV. However, I personally believe that instead of putting a career objective, they should very clearly write executive summary, which should be a two pointer summary about the first point covering what they have done till now, what sort of sectors they have handled, what sort of clients they have handled. And the second point could be what all skills or tools or applications they know, which can be used greatly by their prospective employers. The next section is your educational qualification. The rule is very simple here. You need to put educational qualification in reverse chronology. That means whatever is your highest qualification, that should come first, and your schooling probably, because that's the least qualification that you have, should come at the end. Now, in case if a particular qualification has multiple levels, you can show those multiple levels depending on the space available in your CV. The most important section in a CV is your articleship or internship or projects that you've done. I'm speaking purely from a professional standpoint, be it CA, CMA, ACCA, MBAs, or any other professional that is who is listening to me and this video. There are few prerequisites that you need to have while showing your articleship and internship. The first one being the CV is always prepared on a STAR method. STAR means situation, task, action, results. It needs to have certain numbers, showcased or portrayed in your CV. Now, there is a question that is generally asked to me: should we show the client's name in our CV? To be very honest, many professionals' code of conduct does not allow, or many firms do not allow their articles and interns to put it in their CV. In that case, you shouldn't put it in your CV. Other than that, there is no such rule. You can always show the name of the clients in your CV. However, in case if you're still uncomfortable, what you can do, you can show whether that client is a listed client or not, or you can always show the sector of the client. And in case if they have good turnover or net worth to offer as a client, then you can put that under the name or the sector of the client, showing that turnover greater than 500, 100, or whatever it is. Apart from that, the sections should be clearly demarcated. For example, if you've worked in stat audit or internal audit, all the experiences should not be merged in one section. There should be a clear demarcation that this work has been done in stat audit, this work has been done in internal audit, this work has been done in taxation and in finance, so that the person who is recruiting you has a clear understanding of what work have you done. So that's a very simple rule. It should be quantified, it should be clear, it should be action oriented. It should not be like verified this, checked this, completed this. Rather, it should be facilitated this result, or aided the management in uh, improving EBITDA, or aided the management in streamlining processes. These are the words that should be used, which are action oriented verbs in the CV. So in current era, I think there are certain certifications that every finance professional should take. Few of them I'm going to name in this particular video. The first one being Power BI and Power Query. Power BI is a simple visualization tool and Query is a simple automation tool. The second one could be, learning some sort of language like Python. Uh, that is also very a useful skill, and even it is a part of the CFA curriculum. Apart from that, we can also learn, you know, SQL in case if we have if we deal with big data or large data sets. Apart from that, having a good hold on Excel, and Excel learned with or used with a lot of AI tools can make a lot of difference in case of professionals. Apart from this, you can also learn financial modeling. There are multiple trainers who are offering financial modeling training, free or paid, whichever suits you. I've seen a lot of CVs getting rejected over the period of time I've been teaching from last 8 years. And few common things that I found out that, that were common in all those rejected CVs were, number one, their work experience was not aligning with the job description or the role that they were applying for. Now, what's the solution to this problem? The solution could be just read the job description, pick certain keywords therein. And in case if you have theoretical knowledge about it, you can always write that you are conversant with it or you are learning it, pursuing that particular skill set. The second reason that I have come across why CVs get rejected is that the CV is not very defined in terms of work. It is very vague and there are no action oriented verbs mentioned that I also mentioned earlier in my this video. So it needs to be very action oriented. You need to align that job description, align your CV with the job description, the keywords there, and the drafting should be such that there should be key skill set mentioned in your CV that aligns with the job role. I think if you do this, the probability of getting your CV selected goes up significantly. Your CV should be a one-page document unless you have that much experience to show. Second thing, let's speak about formatting part of it. Generally, people consider formatting as their CV, but that's not the case. The colors that we need to use. Obviously, Vibgyor colors should not be used. I mean, all the colors. Basically, you should play around black and blue, most probably. Use of multiple bullets is prohibited. You can use one or two different kind of bullets in your CV. Further, as far as font size is concerned, the text font should be at least 10, minimum 10, and the heading should be at least 11. Obviously, there's a simple rule that if your text size is X, your heading size should be X plus 1 or X plus 2. Use of tables should be limited because sometimes the ATS, which is the application tracking software of different companies, do not read documents which are either created using AI tools or which are created using certain softwares because the coding doesn't match. And sometimes it doesn't read the document because it has a lot of tables and different kind of bullets and icons used in the CV. Keep icons, bullets, colors, tables as minimum as possible. So for your ready reference, I have attached few CVs in the description. Do have a look at it. If you like the content, please follow. See you next time.